Listen to me carefully, because this is the reason you keep getting stuck in life. You keep explaining yourself. You keep trying to make people understand your dreams. You keep wasting your breath justifying your choices to people who do not care. And every time you do it, you give them power. You hand them your confidence. You let them question your path. You let them water down your fire. Here's the truth nobody told you. The loudest man in the room is the weakest. The man who needs to explain himself to everyone is already defeated. You want to win? You want to rise? You want to build a life so powerful they can never ignore you? Then you must stop explaining yourself. You must stop seeking approval. You must stop defending your vision to small-minded people. This video is not motivation. It's a warning, a blueprint for becoming the kind of man nobody can predict, stop, or control. If you're ready to stop talking and start building, if you're ready to embrace the silent power that makes a man unstoppable, then listen closely, because from this moment forward, you will never see the world the same way again. Stop explaining yourself. Every time you do it, you weaken yourself. You give pieces of your vision to people who neither understand it, nor deserve to. You think explaining yourself will make them support you. You think they will see your perspective and applaud your efforts. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people do not care about your dreams. Some secretly hope you fail. And many will only listen to you so they can criticize you later. Explaining yourself is a trap. And if you are serious about building a life of focused power and discipline, you must stop now. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Let's talk about the hidden cost of explaining yourself. Every time you explain, you are leaking energy. You are trying to justify your vision to people who cannot see it. You are wasting time convincing people who are not meant to come with you. And here is the worst part. The more you explain, the more doubt you create in yourself. You begin questioning your path. You begin wondering if they are right. You begin watering down your ambition so it fits their small minds. That is how dreams die. Let me tell you why most people do not deserve access. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts. Not everyone deserves to know what drives you. Not everyone deserves to hear your why. Here's why. Some people lack vision. They have never built anything themselves, so they cannot imagine you doing it either. Some people are envious. Your ambition reminds them of their laziness. Your discipline exposes their weakness. And instead of improving themselves, they will try to pull you down. And some people simply do not care. They will smile in your face and nod while secretly hoping you fail. So why give these people free access to your inner world when they have not earned it? The lion does not explain. The lion does not explain why it hunts. The eagle does not explain why it flies alone. The warrior does not explain why he trains in the dark. They simply do what they're designed to do. You are not here to convince the world of your worth. You are not here to justify your every step. You are here to build, to grow, to conquer. Stop asking for permission. Stop seeking validation. Stop explaining. Chapter 2. The curse of validation. When you explain yourself, you are seeking validation. You are hoping they will say, yes, you are doing the right thing. Yes, you are on the right path. But the problem is, you are placing your confidence in their hands. And when they do not give you the answer you want, your confidence crumbles. You must understand this. Approval is addictive. The more you seek it, the weaker you become. The stronger you get, the less you need it. Now, let's talk about why they cannot see your vision. Your vision was given to you, not to them. It lives in your mind, not theirs. It burns in your heart, not theirs. So stop expecting them to see it. Stop expecting them to understand. Stop expecting them to cheer you on. It is not their job to believe in you. It is your job to believe in yourself. The greatest builders work in silence. The athlete trains in silence before the crowd cheers. The artist creates in silence before the world applauds. The warrior sharpens his sword in silence before the battle begins. Silence is where power grows. Silence is where confidence is forged. Silence is where you become unstoppable. Chapter 3. How to stop explaining yourself. Step 1. Decide that your vision does not need approval. Step 2. Stop sharing your goals with people who have small minds. Step 3. Learn to say no without explaining. Step 4. Accept that you will be misunderstood. This is a sign you are on the right path. Step 5. Protect your energy like it is gold. Be the man who does not explain. The man who does not explain himself is feared. He is a mystery. He cannot be predicted. He cannot be controlled. People gossip about him because they do not know what he is doing. They make up stories because he refuses to tell his own. And when he finally reveals his work, the world has no choice but to respect him. Stop explaining. Stop defending. Stop justifying. Every time you feel the urge to explain yourself, remind yourself of this truth. You do not need to be understood. You need to win. The silent man is not weak. He is focused. He is dangerous. He is unstoppable. In Chapter 4, I will show you why the man who stops explaining becomes untouchable and how to transform yourself into that. Let's dive in. Let me tell you something that most men will never understand. When you stop explaining yourself, you stop giving people power over you. And in that moment, you become dangerous. You see, the moment you open your mouth to explain your dreams, you're inviting doubt. You're inviting judgment. You're inviting energy that you don't need. They'll tell you it's impossible. They'll tell you you're crazy. They'll tell you you're wasting your time. But deep down, they're not really talking about you. They're talking about themselves. They're projecting their fears onto your vision. And if you're not careful, you'll start believing them. The silent man is feared. Understand this. The man who does not explain himself becomes unpredictable. People can't figure him out. They don't know what he's thinking. They don't know what he's planning. They don't know when or how he's going to strike. That is why they gossip. That is why they assume. That is why they fear him. A silent man is a threat because no one can control him. But the man who explains himself too much, he is easy to manipulate. They can see his weaknesses. They can sense his insecurities. They know exactly where to attack. Which man do you want to be? Chapter 5. Why silence builds power. Here's what happens when you stop explaining yourself. You stop leaking energy. You stop defending things that don't need defense. You stop inviting small-minded opinions into your big vision. And slowly, you start building an inner strength that no one can shake. Your confidence is no longer dependent on applause. Your focus is no longer distracted by criticism. Your discipline is no longer tied to anyone's approval. You're no longer seeking to be understood. You're seeking to be great. Every time you explain yourself, you are trying to convince them you're right. But why? You don't owe anyone an explanation for. Choosing discipline over distraction. Working on your body and mind while others waste time. Cutting off people who drain your energy. Disappearing to build the life you deserve. You don't need their permission. You don't need their applause. You don't need their understanding. The only thing you need is action. Stop talking. Start building. The eagle flies alone. It doesn't explain to the pigeons why it soars higher than them. The wolf hunts in silence. It doesn't explain to the sheep why it's a predator. And the man who wants to rise above average must stop explaining to average people why he's different. Every second you spend explaining yourself is a second you could be working. So stop talking. Start building. And let your results speak for you. Chapter 6. Steps to stop explaining yourself. Step 1. Stay silent about your goals. Write them down. Memorize them. But don't broadcast them. Step 2. Let go of approval. Understand this. Most people don't care about your dreams until you succeed. Step 3. Set boundaries. When people demand an explanation, smile and say, "You'll see soon enough." Step 4. Build a fortress of discipline. Silence isn't just about words. It's about focus, consistency, and staying unshakable. Step 5. Prepare for the noise. When you stop explaining, they'll gossip. Let them. While they're talking, you're building. Here's the truth. The man who explains himself is easy to stop. The man who stays silent is impossible to predict. They don't see you coming. They don't know how much stronger you become. They don't know you're about to change the game. And when you finally emerge, you are no longer the same man. You are sharper. You are stronger. You are unstoppable. They will say you got lucky. They will say you came out of nowhere. But you will know the truth. You built in silence. You transformed in silence. You became a force in silence. From this moment on, you owe no one an explanation. You don't have to justify your grind. You don't have to defend your discipline. You don't have to prove your worth. The man who stops explaining himself does not just move differently, he lives differently. In Chapter 7, I'll show you why silence turns you into a weapon and how to use it to dominate in every area of your life. Let's dive in. Listen carefully. You have no idea how much strength you lose every time you open your mouth to justify yourself. You think explaining your plans will make people support you. You think giving them reasons will make them understand. But here's the brutal truth. The more you talk, the weaker you look. And the man who looks weak in this world gets eaten alive. It's time to stop explaining. It's time to stop defending. It's time to stop leaking your power. Do you know why people keep asking questions? Why are you doing this? Why are you cutting us off? Why are you changing? It's not because they care. It's because they're uncomfortable. Your growth reminds them they're standing still. Your discipline reminds them they're undisciplined. Your silence forces them to face themselves. And instead of leveling up, they try to pull you back down. Explaining yourself breeds weakness. Every time you explain yourself, you are teaching people how to doubt you. They take your words, twist them, throw them back at you when you fail. You say you're starting a business. They say it's too risky. You say you're improving your life. They say you've changed. You say you're cutting off distractions. They call you selfish. And if you're not careful, you'll start believing them. Stop justifying your rise. The eagle does not explain to the pigeons why it flies so high. The lion does not explain to the sheep why it hunts alone. And you do not need to explain to small-minded people why you're different. Your rise does not require their understanding. Your discipline does not require their approval. Your success will not require their applause. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them misunderstand. Chapter 8. How silence protects you. Silence protects your energy. Silence protects your focus. Silence protects your dreams. The man who does not explain himself cannot be stopped. Because no one knows what he's planning. They can't attack what they can't see. They can't destroy what they don't understand. They can't stop a storm they don't even know is coming. Follow these steps to lock in your power. Step 1. Stop announcing your moves. Your plans are not for public consumption. Keep them sacred. Step 2. Master the art of the pause. When people demand answers, give them silence. Watch how uncomfortable they get. Step 3. Build in private. Let your work speak for itself. Let your results be louder than any explanation. Step 4. Cut off approval seekers. Anyone who constantly needs to know your every move is a liability. Step 5. Stay calm under pressure. The silent man is not loud because his presence speaks louder than his words. The man who stops explaining becomes a mystery. People cannot figure him out. They gossip. They speculate. They fear him because he refuses to be predictable. And when he finally shows what he's been working on, the world has no choice but to respect him. This is the man you must become. Stop talking. Stop explaining. Stop giving away your power. While they are busy debating your choices, you will be busy building the life they never believed was possible. The silent man does not just win. He dominates. He conquers. He becomes unstoppable. In Chapter 9, I will show you why silence is the ultimate weapon and how to use it to crush every obstacle in your way. This is it. If you take one thing from this entire message, let it be this. The man who stops explaining himself becomes unstoppable. Not because he's perfect, not because he's invincible, but because he learns to value his energy more than other people's opinions. Think about how much time you've wasted trying to make people understand you. You explain why you started working out, why you cut off certain friends, why you stopped going parties, why you disappeared for months to focus. And what happened? They still didn't get it. They still judged you. They still tried to pull you back into their level. You're carrying a weight that was never yours to carry. Here's the truth. You don't owe them an explanation. You never did. Imagine a man who says nothing about his goals. He doesn't announce them. He doesn't debate them. He doesn't ask for permission. He just works. day after day, quietly, relentlessly, and then one day he emerges, stronger, sharper, unstoppable. No one saw it coming, because he moved in silence. This is the man you must become. Chapter 10. Why silence changes everything. When you stop explaining yourself, something shifts inside you. You stop worrying about what others think. You stop arguing with people who don't matter. You stop wasting energy on conversations that go nowhere. And all that energy, it gets redirected into building your vision. Silence forces you to face your flaws. It forces you to grow stronger. It forces you to develop unshakable discipline. That's why silence isn't weakness. It's power. Here is the code of the silent warrior. Stop announcing your plans. Stop justifying your grind. Stop defending your choices. Stop arguing with people who will never understand. Stop explaining yourself to anyone. The silent man does not move for applause. He moves for results. And when the results come, they speak louder than words ever could. When you stop explaining yourself, they will say, "He's changed. He's arrogant. He thinks he's better than us." Let them talk. While they gossip, you are growing. While they criticize, you are building. While they doubt, you are winning. And when you emerge, they will have no choice but to respect you. Chapter 11. The transformation. When you stop explaining yourself, you transform into a man of mystery. People start to wonder, what is he doing? Why is he so focused? Where did he go? And when you finally show your results, it's too late for them to stop you. They can't block you. They can't question you. They can't ignore you. Because your success is undeniable. These are my final words for you. This is your season to move in silence. Stop trying to convince them. Stop trying to be understood. Stop lowering your fire to make others comfortable. You do not need their validation. You do not need their applause. You do not need their permission. You need discipline. You need focus. You need silence. And when the time is right, you won't need to explain yourself. Your life will speak so loudly, the whole world will hear it.